Exit the Guncheon contains themes not suitable for all audiences. Themes such as self-harm, mental illness, death, gore, child endangerment, and the feeling of utter meaninglessness in a cruel and callous universe. There's also swears. If you're uncomfortable with any of those subjects, this may not be the show for you. Additional content warnings can be found in the description. If you're sticking along for the ride, enjoy. Last time, 4 intrepid archaeologists entered a strange dungeon. They discovered many things, including an interdimensional cult that was attempting to summon a creature called Gunchpot. This creature was meant to destroy the world, but these archaeologists managed to stop the ritual and send it back where it came from. But the spell ripped a tear in reality, and the dungeon is falling apart as the dimension it exists within begins to implode. A ticking time bomb to the collapse of the universe. We open in a massive underground coliseum. The Gunchpot has just been sealed away. There was a brief moment of rest. No one knew what was happening at first, but then it clicked. The apocalypse has just been stopped. The creature called the Gunchpot has been sealed, but now the Guncheon is also sealed, and it is collapsing. All around you are screams of terror. You see other cult members scrambling towards the Coliseum exits. Some are drinking the blood from the carnage you just witnessed. Others are just sitting, broken, their minds torn apart by what they just witnessed. You turn to the sky, and what was a cave-like ceiling is now shattered like glass, dimensional juice seeping through the cracks, through which you can see light bending and distorting, space like dust floating, and time. You see time. You see life beginning and ending at a rapid pace in an infinite loop as liquid reality pours from the gaps above. You are 4 of these cultists. Your mind remains intact, for now. You were all sitting near each other during the ritual, and a rogue stone that fell from the ceiling shattered the seats you were in and sent you tumbling into the stadium. You are now on the far edge of the Coliseum floor, the exit nearly 100 yards away. That's the length of a football field. On your right is a motorbike with a 2-person passenger car. You may all, at this point, describe the appearance of your characters. Don't go into any crazy details. And then tell me, discuss amongst yourselves, who is going to be driving this motorbike.
So it's a 2-person sidecar, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I think George might drive it, but so George is he's a scrawny, like mop of brown hair guy. What are we all? Are we all wearing like cult robes, or do we?
Yes, you'll all be in cultist robes.
Okay, he's got his, I guess the hood's down after the ceremony got all messed up, and he's just this kind of like leaned up against the wall, stands up, kind of this tall, thin frame, brown hair over the eyes. Anyone else know how to drive a motorcycle, or?
Yeah, so Angelo is this medium height, dark bronze skin. He has short hair that's like cut just millimeters from his scalp, but bleach white. He is slim in stature, skinny, some would say, and has more of a wiry, lanky build. Not a lot of muscle to him at all. Looks more like a long-distance runner. You can tell underneath his robe, though, he has like a collar to a shirt sticking up. So he has some kind of dress shirt under. And he, at this point, seeing all the carnage around him, is just thinking about numero uno, and is going to hop on the motorbike and start it up, revving the engine.
Yeah, Wyatt, seeing Angelo go ahead and do that, you feel a hand on your shoulder and be like, hold on a second there, son. Wyatt himself is about 6'3", 6'4", pretty bulky build, very much looks grizzled, has a very long beard that goes about maybe a little longer than mine, like mid-chest kind of. It's like salt and pepper in the beard itself, along with his hair that goes a little past his shoulders, almost like a sandy blonde mixed with like white streaks in it. Kind of looks at George and Angelo. It's like, me being the security chief here, I think I should probably handle this. I have driven one of these when I was in Iraq, so let's try to keep a level head here and make sure everyone gets out. And as he says, it kind of tightens the grip on Angelo's shoulder a little bit, kind of suggesting like you should probably get off.
As that sort of conflict is brewing, from behind probably a like fallen pillar of some sort, you see this kind of at first you're not really sure what it is, just some sort of odd creature scrambling around. This is when he gets closer, you realize that he's about like a little bit higher than like thigh height. He's not very tall. I don't know what that would be. Probably like 3 or 4 feet, mayhaps. Probably closer to 3. A cat-headed robot. And before he emerges from behind this rock formation, you can kind of just see like the glow of half-moon eyes and a big, kind of uncomfortably wide smile. He's gonna step forward. He'll step forward and say,
Hi, can I come with you guys? My name's Isaac. I'm 10 and a half. I don't know what's going on, and I'm scared. Can I sit in the sidecar?
Have we seen, like, are there other humanoid robots around that we're familiar with,
No.
or is this just like if a robot walked up to me and said,
This would be your first time seeing something like this.
Wyatt immediately grabs the handgun that's in a holster at his hip, pulls it out, racks one, and puts his hand up at Isaac like, hold on.
I think George will step in. George will be like, whoa, it's,
I'm sorry.
looks to be smiling. I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's a creepy smile, though.
Let's just get out of here fast. We can ask questions later. Hey, is there any like goop falling down like nearby? Any fallen time cosmic goop? Any I could grab? I don't know what I would be able to have anything on me. I don't know if
you'd have any sort of container on you, but you could like try to go for some. But the room is deteriorating quickly.
There's like pillars and everything falling and that kind of thing. Like it's basically a
All right,
GTFO.
we'll skedaddle.
The ceiling is collapsing.
We'll skid.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be in the sidecar with Isaac.
Okay.
Buckle in the robot. Put the arm straps through.
So Wyatt takes the wheel and you head towards the exit, or the grips, or the handlebars, and you go towards the exit. As you're driving, you are dodging and weaving, attempting to not get hit by these bobs of goop that are falling from the ceiling, along with falling rocks and things, and trying to dodge other cultists. Roll agility.
Just for clarification's sake, that's all of the D6s, right?
You're rolling all of the D6s, like as many D6s as your agility stat is.
Oh, the agility stat. Okay. 2 6s.
So you managed to dodge and weave through all of these falling rocks. You managed to dodge all of this dimension juice, and you manage to reach this cave-like exit. As you continue to drive, it gets dark, it gets cold. It gets so dark even, the headlight of the bike begins to flicker out. You see nothing at all. You're driving completely blind. Even the sound around you begins to fade away. All you can hear is the wind rushing by and the engine of the motorcycle. You want to roll agility again?
I mean, I don't want to, but I can.
Yeah, George is gonna shout out like, hey, where are we going?
Is there a way, possibly, I don't know if this is some sort of mysterious darkness or not, but is there a way that, like, Isaac could, like, flash his eyes maybe brighter as, like, makeshift headlights? Is there a... Could I, like, roll, like, wits or something of some nature?
From what I understand of this magic mystical darkness, is Isaac's eyes probably also start to flicker.
Okay. Heard. Oh god, am I dying?
You still there?
Who turns out the lights?
1-6.
1-6? Okay. Just as you begin to approach a wall, you manage to catch it. You get this uncomfortable feeling of just driving blind through a cave, no visual. So you skirt to a stop, and you crash horizontally into a wall. You manage. Everybody is a little shaken, a little rattled, but everybody's okay. Great, good job. However, behind the bike now, where the wall, adjacent to the wall, is 4 doors. You look around a little bit more and you see, as the light starts to come back from the motorcycle, it kind of reasserts itself. You see on the floor there's four pressure plates, and there's 4 doors. And the motorcycle is kind of like leaning up against a couple of these doors now.
Oh well, should we move the motorcycle out of the way? See if there's any signage on these doors.
Well, as Wyatt gets like off the motorcycle, you see that I'm still very tightly, hands and legs wrapped around his back like a backpack, eyes closed.
You can let go now.
Yeah. Good driving. You did that a lot better than I could.
I know. And he tries to lift the bike up and kind of walk it away from the doors.
It's okay. I was scared too. And Isaac is also there next to you, sort of just pushing the bike along in support, like he's not doing anything. But he's also here. Was also scared. The bike was really fast, and then it was dark. What do we think about these doors?
Is there any text on them? Any?
No. They appear to be stone, sort of like cutouts into the wall. Yeah, without any prior knowledge of what these are.
They're just like stone slabs kind of deal?
Yeah.
Like nothing on them whatsoever? No.
Yeah, and I'm going to kneel down next to the pressure plate that's closest to me when I get peeled off of Wyatt's back and kind of look around it. I'm looking for like holes, a look in the ceiling and the walls that are adjacent to the pressure plate. I'm looking for like darts and like booby traps.
Yeah, you don't see anything too suspicious like that. If you want to roll, go ahead.
Just start rolling. I'll just start rolling.
So go ahead and roll wit.
Can Wyatt help him? Because seeing something like this, he's doesn't jog his memory as far as he knows regarding like the layout of the Guncheon. So he's gonna.
Yeah. So as far as helping rolls go in this game, you can grant a +1 to the person that you're trying to aid. You just have to be able to describe how you're helping. Just literally be in a position to help them. It's super simple.
Yeah. So. I mean, Wyatt served, 2 or 3 tours. He can't remember at this point.
Absolutely serving.
He takes out the knife and kind of like uses it to kind of pry and poke at like in between the doors and the pressure plates, trying to figure out if there's any like strings or mechanisms that he feels.
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled 1-6.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, as far as you can tell, nothing really suspicious.
Yeah.
You definitely have the intuition that the pressure plates and the doors are connected.
Okay. And I want to test like the amount of pressure by like just kind of pressing down on my hand a little bit, just slowly applying pressure, see where the pressure plate starts to give.
Yeah, it definitely requires a certain amount of weight. You can depress it a little bit with just your hand, but you would probably take like a full person's body weight.
These pressure plates are pretty sturdy. I think that we're meant to stand on them to be able to unlock these doors.
Well, let's try it.
I can do that.
I'm gonna step on a plate. I'll step on a plate. First from the right, or second from the right plate. So the middle. Okay. The right middle one.
You said there's 3 of them?
There's 4 of them.
There's 4.
Stepping on the pressure plate opens the door in front of them.
Okay.
And someone want to look in there and see what they got? See what's in here? Like I'll leave the door open if someone wants to peer in, see what's in there.
I'll go look. I'll scout ahead.
Are you going to like step beyond the threshold of the door?
I think probably Isaac would stick his head in first. He's a head first kind of kid.
Okay. It's just dark. You don't see anything.
Oh, okay. So
and I step on my plate.
I don't see anything.
Stepping on your plate opens the door in front of you.
And then I step off of my plate.
It'll close the door.
Okay. I step back onto my plate and stand there.
Can we try stepping and getting off at the same time to see if there's any delay in our doors closing?
Yeah, Wyatt will try that.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of time that allows for somebody to walk through if they were to step off.
I see.
5 to 10 seconds.
Well, which door should we go through then? We should have someone stand on the pressure plate and then send everybody through, and then we'll come behind
what if we step on all the pressure plates? What if there's a mechanism that'll lock the doors open?
Let's try it.
All right, everyone step on the pressure plate. Let's open all these doors.
You guys stand on all the pressure plates, and all the doors are open.
Okay.
How far are the pressure plates from each other?
I'd say there's probably a good 2 or 3 feet between the pressure plate and the door, and then probably a good 2 feet between each pressure plate.
We can all go through my door.
Should we lean the motorcycle on it so that we can come back through if it's a dead end?
There you go.
That's why I asked, because Wyatt's actually going to grab them, seeing how close they are together.
Okay.
Grab them a second.
And so when we step off of our pressure plates, what do the doors do?
They do close.
Okay. All right.
Even with the weight of the bike on it?
Yeah, let's prop the bike open. Pull in the clutch. Let's roll it onto the pressure plate.
I think we'll do it over Isaac's pressure plate.
Are you putting the bike on the pressure plate?
Like the front tire?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You lay the bike on the pressure plate, and the pressure plate depresses, but the door doesn't open.
Okay. All right. It looks like we're choosing.
Wait,
choosing
somebody
the door.
sit on the motorcycle, but not directly above the pressure plate. See if it does. How does it know? And Isaac, how does it know? What about Isaac?
I'm a boy.
All right.
Yeah, dude, don't be
I'm
insensitive.
a human boy just like everyone else is.
Come on, bro.
According to the
We're
pressure
all just
plate.
Boys. We're all just boys hanging out, being boys. I've never had guy friends before. This is great.
Is Isaac wearing a robe like us as well?
Yes.
Isaac, where did you get that small version of the robe?
Robe store.
I'm sorry.
They're just giving them out at all the entrances for the ceremony.
All right.
They got all the different sizes. I mean, one size fits most, but they have some for other ones here and there.
Must be where I got it from. Someone gave it to me. I remember everything that has ever happened to me.
Except where you got the rope from.
No. Anyway, I can hold the pressure plate and everyone can go through my door.
Okay, Isaac.
Okay.
Okay.
How about we go through Wyatt's door? I'm just... That door looks inviting.
Yeah, my door was stupid anyway. I didn't want to go through it.
So, yeah, we'll just have... Who wants to walk through first, I guess, and see what's in there?
I confidently stride to the open gap of the door and look back at you guys and say, we ready to do this?
Let's go. Right behind you.
And I confidently take one long stride, clearing the threshold, and one stride.
The door shuts behind you.
I'm going to go through it before it shuts.
You can't.
Can they hear me screaming?
Blast!
No.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Angelo doesn't hear anything on the other side. Any knocking on the other side. Angelo is now in a different.
All right. Looks like
That's scary. Do we all have to go through there?
looks like it's one person per door.
Do we still want to go through each other's doors? You can... My door, we don't know. It's okay. You don't have to go through my door. I don't want anyone to go through it anyway. It's fine.
Wyatt will step on Isaac's door plate. Does it open?
Whichever pressure plate you stand on, the door in front of it opens.
Okay, so it's not like specific.
Except for the closed one, like the one that Angelo went through.
So even if we press on it, it doesn't open at all?
No.
Okay.
All right.
I think this is a one person per door situation here.
I hope we meet again, everyone. It's time.
I don't know anyone else, and I'm really scared, so it'd be really cool if we all ended up on the same side of the other side of these doors.
Well, in a way, we're all on the same side of the door anyway. And then George walks through.
Okay. You walk through the door, shuts behind you. George is now in a different room, and it's just the two of you.
Isaac is gonna turn to you, Wyatt, and he's just gonna like look. He doesn't have a face, like it's a painted on face, so he doesn't like make expressions. But he's like,
I can, just in case someone has to stay on the pressure plate, I can go last if you want, or to be honest, I'm kind of really... It's okay, I'm going to be really brave.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to go before you. What do you want me to do? I'll do anything to get you to like me.
So Wyatt is visibly disturbed at the fact that there's a voice coming out of this thing and the mouth's not moving, and that's paint on face, but he tries his best. Probably fails at his poker face, but he's like, you know what, little buddy, how about I take this bike, you go first. I'll hold your door open. You can go through. Hopefully we'll see you on the other side, but if not, you're one creepy-ass little kid. But you're brave. So
Thanks!
That's good. And thanks for your help pushing the bike earlier.
Well, I want us to be friends.
and then Isaac is just gonna walk through the door. That's his last greatest wish.
Door shuts behind you, and now Wyatt is alone.
Fine.
And there's one door left.
Yeah, so he's going to use the bike to hold the... Oh, no, that bike doesn't work. So, but you said
If you stand on the plate for a second, a few seconds will
right,
allow
right.
for the...
Yeah, so he walks through the last door.
Okay. And now there's an empty room with nobody in it. So we're going to transition to the next scene, because why would we stay in this empty room forever? All right. Goodbye. Wyatt.
Yeah.
In your room, sitting on a pedestal, in this dark, empty room. Sitting on the pedestal, a coffee mug with a little piece of paper that says, "Drink me."
What's in the mug?
You look in the mug, and it is void juice. It is whatever, it was that stuff that was falling from the ceiling.
Oh, that stuff's gross. And that's the only thing that's in the entire room?
That's the only thing that's in the entire room.
All right. And so the room itself is just like a black room, and then there's like spotlight with the pedestal in the middle with the cup, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick up the mug, and I whiff it. What does it smell like?
It's kind of like smelling salts. Like you almost pass out as soon as you take a whiff.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Can't breathe this in. Ugh. Okay. Shit. And he just downs it.
Okay, as soon as you drink, it triggers this reaction. Your soul leaves your body. You feel this warm, tingling sensation as you separate your mind from your body. A projection of yourself leaves your physical form. The world distorts around you with this fluctuating, luminous swirl of lavender and gold. You can still see a vague representation of the outside world through this haze. However, your body, or rather the vessel that you are currently manipulating, is that of your true soul. After this, you hear a voice. Then a shadowy, misty figure of an opaque blackness sharply cuts through the vibrant glow surrounding you. The shape is vaguely human, and with this piercing voice,
"The artifacts! Find them! Use this realm as a tool. Find the artifacts, or the universe. Well, the universe is not what it seems!"
and then it fades away, and you return to your body. You also have you feel on your arm when you return to your body the words "scorched flesh," which are indeed burned into your right arm.
The word scorched flesh.
Like you've received a brand on your right arm. The words "scorched flesh."
Oh.
You don't know what it means yet, but you have that.
Never good.
And you may leave this room. The door opens, leading you out of this room. All right, and goodbye. Hello, I've stolen you.
Hello. I was
What's
doing
up?
a dice tour.
Oh well, I've stolen you from the group.
It's fine. It's great.
Now they know that is the expectation. So you step into this room. In this room, there's a coffee mug sitting on a pedestal, illuminated by a spotlight that there is no discernible source of. And the little coffee mug has a sign in front of it that says "Drink me."
Oh, yeah. I feel like Isaac's first.
Hello, guys.
No response.
Hey guys, I met earlier. I guess we could. Listen, I don't want to move too fast, but I think that we're friends now. Are any of my friends here?
Nope.
Okay, that's a mug.
And he's gonna go up to the sign and pause for a hot second and look at it.
Drink me. Drink me.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. And
He's just gonna take a cup. Now this, I don't know how this works.
I like to think
on
that
account
his mouth
of
kind of
he doesn't have
open.
a mouth.
I think it slides open as a way to replicate consumption.
Yeah, like a little the LED screen that's supposed to light up when he talks to indicate like vocal whatever just like slides up like
Yeah.
a door, and then like a little conveyor belt is waiting inside.
Like
He
a tongue,
just-
little conveyor belt tongue.
Yeah, he's gonna do that and then press like a button by the side of his jaw that's gonna get the opening to expand tall enough to fit the entire of this coffee mug in his mouth. And he's just gonna right in there. And the thing about that is that he thinks he's drinking normally.
Yes. So a couple crunching sounds later, after consuming the goo, it triggers this reaction. You feel a warm, tingling sensation as your mind separates from your body. A projection of yourself leaves your physical form. The world distorts around you, fluctuating in a luminous swirl of lavender and gold. You can still see a vague representation of the outside world, so you can still see the pedestal through this haze. However, your body, rather the vessel that you are currently manipulating, is that of your true soul. So in this form, you are in fact in your little boy body.
Oh, great. Would this be a great time to let the audience know what Isaac actually looks like?
Yes.
He's Caucasian with blonde curly hair. He has a dimple in his left cheek. He's about the average height of a 10-and-a-half-year-old boy. I think in this form, he's wearing little shorts and like a little t-shirt with a bug on it, and also the robes like kind of over that situation.
Nice.
But he's just a cute little kid, brown eyes, blonde hair, curly.
Sick. After entering this astral plane, you see this shadowy, misty figure that's sort of this opaque blackness that sharply cuts through the vibrant glow of your surroundings. The shape is vaguely human, but it's hard to discern, and with a piercing voice it says,
The artifacts. Find them. Use this realm as a tool. Find the artifacts or the universe. The universe is not what it seems.
and then you snap back into your body, and there is an open door on the other end of the room. And you have a brand on your right arm with the word resurrect.
Okay, that was really scary. But that's okay. Sometimes people think I'm scary and I'm just being normal.
So true.
What did he say again? Find the relics. And the universe? Well, I sure hope my friends are the other side of this door.
And then he's gonna walk through the door.
And you proceed through the door. Goodbye. Hello.
Hello?
You are in an empty, dark room. As you step forward, a light illuminates from no discernible source, a spotlight that illuminates a pedestal. On this pedestal is your weapon that you chose during character creation, and a coffee mug. This coffee mug has goo in it. There's a little sign in front of it that says "Drink me."
Looking into the goo, is it like swirling around in any pattern, or is...
Yes, it looks exactly like the juice that was coming from the ceilings before.
I would just like to look into it for a little bit before taking a sip.
Okay,
Just
wanna roll wit?
Sure. I was just gonna give it a look. That's one success.
You gain 10 sanity.
I gain 10,
10 perma sand.
and I just I consume it. I grab my homemade shiv, my little what was it? I forget.
Yeah, I think it was like a knife.
Yeah, just something I've carved, I think. But I'll take that. Maybe it's a little switchblade kind of thing. I'll take that, and then I'll drink out of the coffee mug.
Okay, as you consume the goo, it triggers this reaction. You feel this warm, tingling sensation at first, but then your mind separates from your body. A projection of yourself leaves your physical form, and the world distorts around you, fluctuating in a luminous swirl of lavender and gold. You can still see a vague representation of the outside world, so you still see the pedestal kind of through this haze. However, your body, rather the vessel that you are currently manipulating, is that of your true soul. After this happens, you see this shadowy, misty figure, an opaque blackness that sharply cuts through the vibrant glow of your surroundings, and the shape is vaguely human. And with this piercing voice, it says,
The artifacts. Find them. Use this realm as a tool. Find the artifacts, or the universe will. The universe is not what it seems.
And then you snap back into your body. And right away, you notice on your arm is a brand scorched into your arm that says Vivid Imagination. On the other end of the room is now an open door.
Any of the liquid left?
No.
I'll take the cup. It'll just
Okay.
leave it in my hand.
Sick.
Just leave it in my hand. Like the knife is tucked away. I'll just carry the cup in my hand. And where in the room did it look like the shadow, sort of shadow being what? Like I know I was kind of projected.
It's sort of over the pedestal.
So yeah, I just kind of take a moment, breathe deeply in that area, and then walk to the door, open it up.
Okay, so goodbye. Hello.
Hi.
You are in a dark room. In this dark room, a light shone from no discernible source on a pedestal. Sitting on that pedestal is the weapon you chose during character creation, and a coffee mug with a little sign in front of it that says "Drink Me."
I walk up to it. I recognize my taser and immediately holster it, which is just a concealed holster that's inside my waistband. So
Gotcha.
it just form-fitting. I walk up to the coffee mug and using the light that's just coming from this pedestal, I peer inside of the coffee mug.
You see the void goo that was dripping from the ceiling.
Oh, the hell? I gotta drink this? I give it a sniff.
So it smells like smelling salts, and it immediately hits you with this wave of indiscernible
God.
smell that almost knocks you out.
Oh, I wipe the tears from my eyes. I kind of look around the room. Is there...
It almost appears to be a void.
Okay, so I just can't see anything that... This light isn't reaching any walls. It just seems to be forever. So, being the cultist that I am, I'm used to following these kinds of orders and bring the mug slowly up to my mouth, and I take just a sip of it.
As you drink it, you immediately begin to feel this warm, tingling sensation all throughout your body, when suddenly your mind separates from your body. A projection of yourself leaves your physical form, and the world distorts around you, fluctuating in a luminous swirl of lavender and gold. You can still see a vague representation of the outside world, so you can still kind of see pedestal and the light through the haze. However, your body, rather the vessel that you are currently manipulating, is that of your true soul. You then see a shadow, this misty figure, sort of this opaque blackness that sharply cuts through the vibrant glow of your surroundings, which is vaguely human. And with a piercing voice, it says,
The artifacts. Find them. Use this realm as a tool. Find the artifacts, or the universe will. The universe is not what it seems.
and then you snap back to your body, and there is an open door on the other side of the room.
I bow my head and say, "It will be done, my lord."
And you head through.
Pocket the rest of the goo with the coffee mug.
The goo is gone. There is no goo, but you can take the mug.
I take my souvenir mug that says "World's #1 Grandpa," and I
Also one more thing. You, after kind of chilling for a second, you notice on your arm, you feel a tingling sensation. On your arm, you have a word branded, consume. And it's already sort of scarred over, but it's the word consume burnt into your flesh. And that's it.
All right, and I take my belongings and I walk through the door.
All right, we're back. Okay, so as you all exit the room that you just were in, you step out across the door's threshold. You all find yourselves standing next to each other, having just walked out of one giant opening in the wall of a tavern. As soon as you step through the threshold, the door shuts behind you and just turns into a wall as if there was not an opening there at all just moments before. And the tavern that you're in is a very familiar feeling medieval tavern. There's people drinking at tables, there's empty tables, there's a bartender, there's all sorts of crazy characters, other cultists running around, people in like just normal sort of medieval garb.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
This could be a good opportunity for you guys to sit down and...
Immediately walk to the bar.
Yep.
Isaac clocks everyone else. Sorry, before this happens, Isaac clocks everyone else and is just like, oh, thank God you guys were all here at the same time as me. That was so scary. It's so good to see my friends.
The voice didn't turn on. Can we take that again?
Yeah, let's do that again.
Sorry.
Isaac!
There we go.
Speak to us!
All right, so let's just take that line from the top. Stick to the script, please.
Oh, come on.
Oh, thank goodness you guys are also here. That was really scary. I was really nervous being all by myself, but I am so glad to be back here with all of my friends.
Yes, things change, and some things are the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that drink.
Let's follow
Yeah, you
Angelo.
walk up to the bar and bartender immediately clocks you. He's like, "Well, welcome to the tavern. What can I do ye for?"
Strongest drink and your biggest glass.
Well, I think I can just about suffice there. He's gonna turn around and there's just one huge pipe with a tap on it. He grabs just like a pint glass, hits the tap, and just void juice comes out. He turns around, places it in front of you, some kind of sloshes onto the table, like turning it different colors, like kind of like a glitch in a video game. It just sort of distorts the reality around it. He says, "There you go. There's that for you on the house. Don't even worry about it."
Do you have lids or something? Can we take this? Can we take some of this stuff to go?
Oh, a to-go cup. Yeah. He pulls out like a red Solo cup with a plastic lid and fills up 3 glasses for everybody else and tops it and is like, "That all for you?"
Isaac is gonna is scrambling, trying to pull himself up onto the little bench seat, their little bar stool.
Am I allowed to have this?
Yeah.
I'm only 10 and a half.
Of course. Yes. More merrier. Everybody's allowed to have juice.
I love juice.
And then Isaac is gonna just start downing this fucking juice like it's nobody's business.
Roll a d6.
And watching Isaac just start going at his and kind of clocking everybody else at the bar, assumably drinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn my pint glass up.
Are the other people here?
Yeah.
Wyatt is not there.
I rolled my d6 and did not get a 6.
Oh, that's okay. What did you get?
A 4.
Okay. Yeah, just like the lights coming out of your eyes just sort of and they change color, like they go RGB for a minute. But you don't notice that anything happened. But everybody else is like, whoa.
Isaac, you okay there, buddy?
Oh wait, you all also had to witness. Sorry, we decided that this is what happens when Isaac tries to drink something, but the little LED screen flap where the lights are to say he's speaking draws up into a little conveyor belt situation, and then he just kind of places the entire cup in his mouth, and then it shuts back down.
Bender from Futurama just goes up and
mild
pours it
crunching
in.
and gear turning noises as it slowly digests, I guess.
Is there a bathroom here? We might.
Well, we have the chamber pot facility next door.
The facility.
The chamber pot facility.
That's the whole thing.
Whoa.
How about we all just should we all just take a seat, kind of figure out where to go from here?
Is this stuff making me inebriated at all?
Nope. I mean, I don't know. As far as I know, it makes everybody feel a different way. So if you do feel inebriated, then I would say yes.
Then I'm gonna slam my pint glass back down and ask for another.
Okay, you roll a d6 as well. After that, he will pour you another one, but
While he's rolling,
I got
Wyatt
a
is
3.
not there.
so the same thing that happened to Isaac happens to you.
RGB and everything.
Yeah, out of your eyes just it's like jaundice, but the entire rainbow spectrum.
Okay.
Just as your eyes just sort of shift colors.
Well, I
And then
didn't
they
ask
return
for
to normal.
project, so that's
Well,
different.
that was weird. You had weird eyes. I'm glad my eyes were normal.
Does the robot kitten? I'll take
Where's
the third one to
Wyatt?
take to our table.
Where?
Okay.
Put my pint back down and
drinks
Follow
for everybody.
George.
What was Wyatt doing?
So ever since the portal wall closed up, I just been standing there just assessing, kind of finding exits and all that stuff, trying to just get like a sit rep.
There is a front door. There aren't really too many other like doors in this tavern. It's pretty much just one big room, but then there is a door that you can surmise is one in, one out.
Roughly, what's the ratio between like cultists and like normies?
I'd say about half. There's a couple tables that are full of people just like down in goo, and then there's a couple tables with just normal kind of looking folk.
And we're still in our robes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're blending in.
Right, when they come back around. Wyatt didn't see like all the craziness that happened with their rainbow jaundice eyes or anything like that, so he's actually already seated at that table, just kind of like...
Oh, you got it, one? Will you wave us over?
Yeah, just as he glances over...
I swear my friends are here somewhere. I just...
Here.
Okay.
It's a nice wood round table with benches.
On the way over to the table, Isaac is going to be kind of attempting to be under the radar, though I'm sure it could be clocked by anyone who would desire to clock it, but he is looking at all of the faces of the patrons in this place, because you've said that there are some cultists. Any teenagers? I would love a roll. I could roll anything.
I rolled for that one.
Oh.
And that is going to be like young adults, maybe not necessarily teenagers, but like younger, maybe like 18, 19.
Is this a hey fellow kids moment?
Hey,
He's looking at them very intently, all of these younger ones, trying to see their faces to see if he recognizes anyone.
Roll wit.
Does that mean I roll 6 dice?
Yes.
Okay. Just to be sure. Damn, not a single 6 in him.
No, you don't recognize anyone.
He's a body stealer.
He's a body snatcher. That's it.
So
Good
then
Lord, drop.
Isaac is just gonna like kind of dejectedly keep after all of his little homies that he's just made.
You find yourself seated at a nice table with goo.
Well, that was pretty strange.
So Angelo, keep track of how many you've had.
I'm on my third one, and I'm sipping it now. I'm starting to feel
Like forever.
Okay, I'm starting to feel warm.
You're definitely after a third. I mean, roll strength or empathy. You can roll strength or empathy.
I'm gonna go empathy.
Adding goo counter to the top right of my...
I got 2 6s.
Okay. Yeah, you feel fine. You definitely kind of feel like your soul begin to connect with the dungeon itself a little bit. Like you kind of, I don't know, you feel a kinship with the dungeon.
Okay.
This is a meta question. Does the goo from earlier also count
Yes.
in the goo counter countage?
Yeah.
I heard. We're all one goo in.
Keep an eye out for goo consumed.
I mean, I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did in that room, but
potentially
I
be the time to
consumed
talk
one
about it.
goo.
Well, that's
to
what I was going
be-
to say when we sat down. I have a mark, right? Where is it? I don't remember where on my body it is.
Oh, you have a mark on your arm.
So like on my forearm, I'll show everybody. I would
Yeah.
say. So when I was in a room, when we were separated, just back there. Well, some interesting things happened. I ended up with this here brand, and you see it says Vivid Imagination on it. It says Vivid Imagination.
Oh.
Not sure what it means, or I don't remember feeling it, heard or anything. Anyone else?
I hold up my arm, and you see tattooed on my arm it says consume. I got this after drinking that coffee mug of goo, and I reach in my pocket and I pull out the coffee mug, and I said, and I also brought the coffee mug with me, and on it says #1 Grandpa.
And did yours also have a knife with it? And I have and I pull out it's a switchblade.
Oh
No?
I just got the coffee mug.
Oh.
#1 girl.
What?
Is best.
Consumption, vivid imagination.
I'm kind of looking at Wyatt. I don't want to. He's kind of intimidating to me, so I'm just kind of like trying to lean across the table to look at his arm.
His arm is purposely like close to his chest,
Yeah. I'm like, wow.
and the sleeve is like fully covering it.
So, did you get one of these, Isaac?
Whoa! I did get one of these! Look! Mine says resurrect. That's a big word for Elmo.
Resurrect, consume, vivid imagination. Does yours have? Do you have something like this as well? Maybe they come together to form some kind of phrase.
I don't think so. Yours are.
Yours
better
says, I
than
don't think
mine.
so.
No,
That's a
I'm
tattoos on
saying
your hand.
I don't think they say something,
Okay.
and then he kind of just like pulls it away and says "scorched flesh."
Scorched flesh, imagination.
I didn't see anything just now. But if I did see something, it would be totally fine. Because we're all friends.
Okay.
And I think no matter what our mysterious arm tattoo says, "We should all remain friends." And
Yes,
definitely not leave a small robot by himself.
You
Yes, I'm a normal boy.
eat? Okay.
Isaac's gonna like look around for something that he can like eat to like prove that he is a
You don't.
normal boy. Is there anything?
There's like the little thin Italian style breadsticks on all of the tables, just like complimentary little.
Yeah, he grabs one of those and immediately smashes it into the face part of his body, and then like kind of delayed, the thing goes up to allow it to go on the conveyor belt, and then it closes.
Wyatt
I
watches.
So good.
Yummy. I tasted it.
Did you chew it?
Yes. Yes, I know what chewing is. And I did it.
Did we see the Gunchpot?
Yes, all of you saw the Gunchpot.
So, anybody remember what it was like wishing to see the Gunchpot from before?
I mean, at this point, I wish we hadn't seen it, considering we're now in some sort of weird medieval tavern after having gone through a dark tunnel and these doors that immediately close behind us.
Yes. In some way, it feels anticlimactic.
Angelo's just kind of like staring off, drinking his goo.
Are you on 4? Did you get another one?
No, I'm still on my third.
Okay. Okay.
Wyatt's gonna slide his over. He's not gonna drink his. He's gonna slide over to Angelo.
Angelo, do you think your tattoo has something to do with this?
I
that you're
look
drinking?
at Wyatt and I'm just like, thanks, buddy. Down mine and then start working on his. Now on my fourth.
Isaac clocks this and takes his remaining juice and nudges it over to Wyatt to sort of be like, look, we've all got juice again.
Nice.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Hey, also, there was a scary voice. Did you guys also have a voice when you guys drank the goo?
When I drank mine, I kind of left my body, and then I started tripping balls. I mean, I started tripping hard. Sorry, don't say balls. He points out.
You can say balls, I have those. I'm a boy.
How old are you, Isaac?
I'm 10 and a half.
Does anyone? I don't. Do you know about balls?
I have them. They're done. Do you want to
Okay.
see them?
No,
No.
please.
Isaac,
No,
stop.
no.
Isaac, stop.
I just.
This,
We're laughing,
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
like I know we're all cultists here, but I don't want to end up on another watch list.
but.
To answer your question, George, I've been known to drink, but I don't think that has anything to do with my tattoo. You
I wouldn't
asked,
say I have much of an imagination either. I mean, I do feel I have a way with the truth, but I don't really take myself as an imaginative mind.
Yeah, I don't know what this means.
Well, where do we go from here?
Well,
There was the dark voice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the voice I heard? Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to one of these other robed cultists, slam my fourth goo, and get up and stumble my first step, and then straighten myself and walk to the bar to get a refill. And I'm going to kind of like park myself next to a cultist that is sitting at the bar.
Okay. Sure.
Wave over the bartender, and as he's filling up, I'm going to turn to the cultist sitting next to me and be like, well, that was pretty crazy, right?
Oh, the Guncheon. You saw the Gunchpot.
I mean, what even was that?
That was the Gunchpot, dude. I mean, those guys, those 4 guys. It was those 4 guys that fought the Gunchpot and re-banished him. I'm pissed. That's why I'm here. I mean, I'm pissed.
How did you...
It was supposed to be ice cream forever, man, and those guys ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, we definitely all had our dreams. How did you get out of the Guncheon?
I don't know. I think I got gooed, and now I've just had this craving for this goo stuff. And now, like, ever since I've kind of had it the first time, I kind of got a hankering for it, and I just can't get enough of the stuff. He drinks a whole one.
Yeah,
Consuming.
and I sip at mine. I'm like, I could take it or leave it. I'm like, have you been out of this bar since you got out of the Guncheon?
Nope, just been here drinking goo.
Do you recognize anybody here?
Nope.
Well, the name's Angelo.
Hi, Angelo.
What's your name, guy?
I'm Frederic. He's gonna shake your hand. I'm Frederic.
As he reaches out his hand to shake my hand, I'm gonna kind of like churn it and look at his arm to see if he has a tattoo.
No.
All right. Well, it's nice
Weird handshake, pal.
When in France, it was nice meeting you, Frederic.
You too, Angelo. Be sure to have some more goo on me.
Oh, well, I'll drink it out of my cup, but thanks. And I'm gonna walk over to my table.
And while you were gone, we were just like asking Isaac questions about his past. Just like, so, do you remember seeing the Gunchpot? I mean, do you know what that is? I mean, we really don't, but...
The Gunchpot.
You were there.
The big guy, right? The big sky guy?
That's one way to put it.
I did see him. I do remember seeing him.
So that cultist didn't have a tattoo. So there's something unique about ours that he had a similar story where he was in a room drinking goo and came to this bar, and he's not left the bar. He's just been sitting there drinking goo, but he doesn't have a tattoo.
I've heard about this before. This is like my sister, my big sister Jude, and her best friend Katie snuck out, and they got matching tattoos because they are such good friends. So what you're saying is that because we're such good friends, we all got these matching complementary tattoos?
Isaac, do you know him?
Do I know who?
And as he turns around, I'm gonna be like, I remember something else too. The voice told me to look for artifacts. You guys remember anything about that?
Yeah, when I drank the goo.
Yeah.
Shall we collect some artifacts? I mean, it's pretty dangerous. We're sitting here at a table.
What are we supposed to look for?
They weren't specific in the artifacts. It just said collect the artifacts or the world's going to break or something.
Isaac, do you know anything about any artifacts?
No, but my guy said something. The guy that I talked to said something about artifacts too, and he said also to find the universe because it's not what it seems. That seemed important, that last part.
It's not what it seems. Well, there's only one exit.
Grabbing my mug, Angelo's gonna kind of go look out the window. Is there a window to this tavern?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the front door, and just kind of crack it open.
Yeah, looking out of the tavern is an entire village. You see many buildings and a little marketplace kind of surrounding this giant well in the middle of town, which has sort of like wood scaffolding over it as if hangings are done there.
Based off of the road, the buildings, and the garb of the people, what century am I in?
I mean, like, fantasy.
Am I still in 2021?
It was 2021 when you entered the Guncheon.
Right.
Theoretically. So it does not look like 2021. It looks like
2020. This is
it looks like 12th century. It looks like 12th century.
Okay. So, yeah.
With the exception of these giant pipes that are connected to pretty much all of the buildings, as well as all of the other like buildings that would like not be residential. Like all these commercial buildings have like neon signs on them.
Okay.
But all the architecture and stuff is...
I'm going to go sit back at the table and be like, guys, it's medieval out there.
Do you mean it literally or figuratively?
I mean that it's not 2021 anymore out there. It's like medieval England, but with like a steampunk vibe.
Like dragons and knights?
I didn't see any dragons.
Like wizards?
I didn't see any wizards, Isaac.
Well, does Isaac have his hat on?
Isaac is going to pull out from seemingly kind of nowhere this big giant wizard hat, and he is going to plop that right down on his big old melon.
Jesus.
This is my disguise! You're telling me that this has finally paid off, you guys. I have been carrying this hat with me for a long time.
Looks good on you.
Thanks.
Of course, Wyatt's completely ignoring the fact that you pulled this out of thin air, by the way. He's
Nice hat.
visibly concerned. So, Angelo, did you
now
see
I
anything
blend in better with everyone.
surely.
that'll help us, be able to, I guess, talk with the locals if they are indeed locals? Angelo, did you see anything? I mean, obviously it's...
I saw guys that were like dressed as serfs. I'm talking just like robes. Not kind of like what these guys are wearing, and I'm pointing to the normies.
I imagine are we in a booth or sitting around like a round table?
You're sitting around like a table.
Okay, is there like another table like really close to us nearby?
Yeah.
What year is it? Anybody here know what year it is?
Are you? So I guess question for you: are you asking people that look like they are from here? Or are you asking cultists?
Yeah, anyone not wearing our cult robes, I'd say. What year is it? And do you know why all these people are here in the robes? Gesturing towards myself.
Well, sure. It's year 1 AG.
Does that have any significance, Gunch religion-wise?
Well, AG stands for after Gunch, and the Gunchpot was just banished.
All right, that was very helpful.
Thank you.
Time is meaningless, everybody. I believe I believe our frame of reference for time is no longer useful. I think we exist in this currency. I don't believe there's any time around us.
Okay.
We saw time right? Earlier?
Mm-hmm.
That was so normal and good
And what,
to do.
and what could that possibly mean?
I thought time.
We're
There's
Time
no
Lords?
time in this cup. Is there any time in this cup?
I mean, kind of. The goo is that. The goo is everything.
Yeah. Well, look. I think there's no hope for us going backwards. We need to go forwards towards where I'm unsure. Can we? Any historians here? Anyone work that line of work before? Isaac, do you know anything about medieval England?
I mean, you
No,
do
I'm
have
sorry.
the
I
wizard
just
hat.
know. True, it's my disguise. It also comes with these.
And then he's gonna pull out a fake mustache and goatee and just kind of slap them on where they might go.
Are they made of paper or are they like legit?
I think they are real.
It's,
Wait.
it's
real.
real human hair.
Wait, there's like fleshy bits like he ripped it off of something?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna scoot closer to Wyatt on our bench.
Wyatt is now consuming the second goo.
Second goo. And what is Angelo at on the goo counter?
I just finished my 5th.
Okay, you pass out and start to convulse
Oh my God.
and seize on the ground as your brand begins to glow.
Guys, can we get a doctor over here? I'm gonna shout. Is there anybody in this bar as a doctor?
The tavern keeper is going to come around and be like, yeah, this happens every now and again. Any of you guys drank the goo? You guys are drinking the goo, right? You guys are drinking
Yeah,
the
I
goo?
drank that goo you gave me.
Yeah, okay, so you guys are familiar with the astral plane?
The what?
The astral plane? Yeah,
You mean the funny place where my soul goes when I drink goo?
yes.
Isaac, your
Yes,
way of
exactly.
seeing the world
Exactly
is in some ways more accurate than my own.
Yes, I don't drink this stuff myself, so I'm not super familiar with the astral plane myself. But all you got to do is enter the astral plane, and you should be able to pull his soul back into his body. He just unfortunately can't do it himself at this point.
How the hell are we supposed to do that?
You just go into
Bucky,
the astral
bring
plane.
me 4 more goos, please.
You can go.
I don't have any money.
You can just go to the astral plane whenever you want. As far as I
George-
understand, anybody who's consumed goo can enter the astral plane.
George is going to do it. I think George is probably the most suited to
I think
doing this.
you just sort of like you inhibit that's what you want to do, and then your soul sort of leaves your body.
Yeah.
You sort of enter the astral plane. You were in this space that you were in before, this sort of swirling gold and purple area. You see now that you're in the tavern again. You sort of see the tavern, very vague outline, like there's a distanceness to the tavern itself through your vision. But you also see other people's souls. You see Angelo's kind of floating above his body. He seems sort of lost. But there are others, also people who are passed out at the bars and the other tables, and they appear to be talking to each other, hanging out, sort of vibing in the astral plane as opposed to the physical world.
So I get the opportunity to like guide Angelo back to his. Can I do that from a distance away, or do I have to like project myself towards him and guide him in?
You can move. You can walk around. You can.
Well, because I'd like to, because I'm kind of testing it with Angelo. Like I'm trying to test like as I'm like walking towards him, I'm trying to like in some way just like project the idea of pushing him back into his body.
So that's not doing anything.
So like so that I'm gonna walk towards him, his form, his astral form, and what pull him down.
Yeah, you can physically touch his soul. You make
Yeah.
contact, and you can kind of like as you pull it down and into his body, it just sort of like starts to go like a click, like each little section of it.
Oh, okay.
Goes back in.
And then I'd kind of like to like get a feel for my form here. Like if I see other people, I want to try and move as quickly towards some other people talking as I can, like just to see how fast I can move and just get a general feel for it, and put other people in their bodies, back into their bodies as well.
It feels like moving around the normal world. You have spatial awareness of the room that you're in, and that you still are limited to the confines of that room. You can't like fly, you can't float around. You still feel
He's trying all of that. He's trying
grounded.
floating. He's trying flying. Yeah. He's trying to picture himself in other places.
As you move projected, your body also moves there. But you do outpace your body a bit, and your body sort of catches up naturally. Like it takes the most reasonable path to catch up to where your projection is.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Like with my body to the people not in the astral plane?
No. You can only communicate within the astral plane.
So I'm going to shout to the people I'm going to walk towards the people out there, and I'm going to shout, say, hey!
A couple of the other people who are there will like turn to you and be like, "What?" It's probably more like a what?
How long have you been here?
In the tavern or
Or
Probably since the last drink, we love hanging out here in the astral plane. It feels awesome.
and he's gonna try and put them back in their put them back in there. Yeah, he's gonna try. He's just gonna try and put them back into their bodies.
Do a strength.
Strength.
Yeah.
Question here
all right.
regarding
Yeah.
George's body. Do we notice any difference in his movements when he's in the astral
Yeah,
plane?
it is a little bit more static. It's kind of like he's on autopilot. Like he's just.
So he just like gets up and like walks and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I rolled 3 1s. Not that that's.
Yeah. So no sixes though. Okay. So these guys, one of the guy that you're trying to is no, I don't want to go back. I'm good. Don't like touch people's projection, man. Not cool. Super not cool.
And I'll try and go back to my body after that.
Yeah, you can just snap back to your body. Yeah, and you find yourself back in your body, and
like standing in front
Angelo
of
is
two.
back in his.
All right.
Oh my god.
Your brand, however, is still glowing.
Wyatt will remove the handle of his knife out of Angelo's mouth now that he's returned to his body, because he was trying to prevent him from like seizing and like swallowing his tongue at the time.
Yeah.
So it takes that real quick. Sorry about that. Just seen this stuff before.
So new skill unlocked. All of you have the ability to enter the astral plane at any time. Also, roll a wit. Sorry, I know you were looking at other things, but you definitely would have been peering your surroundings. I just want to see if you noticed this.
Wit.
Yes.
Me.
Yes.
George.
Indeed.
How dare you?
Yes,
No
you are
successes.
Okay.
Should have lied.
While you were looking around, you did notice that the door of the tavern had a bit of an outline. Like it seemed like the door of the tavern, there was a door in the astral plane as well. But yeah, it didn't catch your attention over everything else.
There seemed to be another way out, or the same way out. Not incredibly clear, but yes, it appears we can leave our bodies behind, in a sense. How was I back here?
You looked like a robot, essentially. Your body kind of just had really staticky movement. It was really uncomfortable to watch. Yet somehow, like, your eyes were closed, you were focused, but you navigated around the tables. It was like you were almost.
I guess we'll just have to be careful.
It was-
Now that we not do that if we're in a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
And again, Angelo's brand is sort of still like illuminating this blue glow.
Does it hurt?
No.
No.
Angelo,
Well, that's
what's
pretty neat.
wrong with your arm? The light show, the like finger like lights.
Your tattoo making a lightsaber noise is so good.
Yeah.
That's so cool. How did you make it glow? I want mine to glow.
I think it was the goo. Speaking of which, and I'm gonna get up and go get my pint refilled.
He's
Back
kind
in.
of scary with how much goo he drinks.
I come back with a full pint and
I mean, I know we all have our vices, but
When you approach the tavern keep to get a refill, he says, "Oh, you got one of the glowy ones. You're one of the glowers."
have you seen these before?
I've seen a couple of them. I think that means that you are an adventurer, and that means I have a quest for you.
Oh, okay.
Adventurers get quests.
Refill that pint and then tell me about this quest.
Sure thing, boss. And he's gonna refill it for you. Well, all right. So I got a quest for you. Goo supply. Always need it. Always need more goo supply.
Need it.
Out in the market, there's a keg. There's a goo keg. Go get the goo keg. Bring it back here. And I'll give you your reward. That's your quest for being an adventurer.
What's the catch with this goo keg? Is it owned by like a rival gang?
No, it's just the new shipment. Just the new shipment of goo. Just got delivered to the market, and it hasn't been delivered to me yet.
And
So I'm
where's
waiting
it
for an
at?
adventurer to give the quest to. It's in the market.
I just go to the market and find a keg full of goo.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's like a chore.
I grab my 6th pint. I'm like, you got it, buddy. And I walk back to the table, and I'm like, well, guys, apparently I just got us a quest from the barkeep. He wants us to go get a keg of goo from the market, and then he'll give us a reward when we bring it back.
Do you think it will be an artifact?
That remains to be seen, but he said that these tattoos means that we're adventurers, and that we're supposed to do quests. So if we're given these, he said he's seen it on a few other people, then that might be something to do with our original quest of finding out what this
artifacts.
universe is and artifacts.
I don't see any other things for us to do at the moment, so goo keg.
Goo keg. Let me finish this one and we'll get started.
Can you take it down
Let's
the road?
go make some goo.
Like a true alcoholic.
Are you going to finish your 6th goo?
I down it.
Roll empathy.
Nothing.
Okay, roll a d66. So that's just roll 2d6.
Oh, okay.
And then
Gotcha.
whatever it is.
So it'll be 32.
32. Let's see here. What is that on the mental trauma table?
No way.
Nothing happens.
Hey!
You
Gonna-
kind of start to feel it. You feel
Yeah,
it hit you, but then you recover.
All right, let's go get this goo. And I stand
With the
up.
finger guns and everything.
Oh, all right, showtime.
Isaac's also going to stand up and do like a heroic pose, and it's like,
Yeah, we're gonna go get that goo, and we're gonna bring it back here to the barkeep, because we're adventurers.
Does sound like manual labor, but let's go. And I guess we walk out.
All right, you walk out into
Wait.
the village. Oh,
Well, while everyone gets up, Wyatt actually will wait until they're a few steps out. He's like, I'll catch up with you. Is there like a candle or some sort of like flame nearby?
yeah, sure. I mean, there's sconces and yeah.
Okay, so do something like at the table. Wyatt's just gonna like pull his sleeve back, look at the brand that's a scorched flesh, and try and hold the candle close enough to where he feels it, but like not causing like any like actual burns, like to see if it reacts.
Interesting. Roll empathy.
Okay, so if that's a 2, I roll 2d6 then, right?
Right.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, it just feels like you're getting close to a flame. Nothing really happens.
Not just the warmth. Okay. Shit. And then he follows everybody.
Exit the Guncheon is a Gunchpot production, starring Ryan as George Conway, Amissus as Isaac, MeesterE as Wyatt Harding, and Jeremiah Jackson as Angelo. And me, the Guncheon Master himself, who wrote, voiced NPCs, edited, and brought you to the Guncheon. Theme song by Austen Reno, key art by Amissus. Additional sound effects and music from MeesterE. Thank you everybody for watching, and of course, as always, see you next time.